So good morning, everybody. Saturday morning. We just got a bunch of snow here in Colorado, so I hope you're having a great morning wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And this morning's class is really going to be all about vitality. So specifically, when we are living our day-to-day life, there's this word prana in yoga, and the word prana, what that means, a lot of times people think it means the breath. And it is associated with the breath, but it's not the breath. And so I just want to be able to mute everybody. Hey, Taylor. Ellen, what's up, girl? Okay. Alicia, awesome. So talking a little bit about prana this morning, and the reason why prana, again, it's not the breath, it's associated with the breath. If you think about, I always like to use like actual visuals to talk about it. And so if you picture, like, if any of you have ever been to Amsterdam, where there's like a bunch of canals, or even in Italy, and imagine that being like the avenues or the canals of your body, right? And so when we're always breathing, but a lot of times we're not breathing in a way where we're allowing space to happen in our body, right? It's a very like short breath. A lot of people aren't even connected with their breath in any way, right? They're obviously breathing because they're living. And so I want you to think about the word prana, what that means. If you could imagine those canals in your body and this big gust of wind coming into those canals, or even like a light force, I guess you could say, coming into those canals and like creating space, like opening up. So then everything, like sunshine, everything is allowed to come in more clearly. And what that does in your body, so prana is like the light force of the wind that rides on the path of your breath. And the more that we can really breathe in a way that is bringing this life into us, you will start to feel, you'll start to really embrace this sense of vitality within your body and within your life. So a lot of times this vitality, this prana is living outside of us. And so for today's class, it's really going to be about bringing that vitality back inside of us, so you can walk away from this class feeling a little bit more lighthearted, and just a sense of feeling activated and lit up. But then at the end, I'll also ground you so you feel rooted and grounded in your body, and especially with the things that we're experiencing in the world right now. So just wanted to give you a little background. So let's go ahead and start in a seated position. So go ahead and make your way there. And for the music, if you are set up with the music, just have it somewhere next to you. And if you can, again, put it on airplane mode. If you've downloaded the playlist, if you need help finding it, go to the chat in this Zoom chat, and it's listed there with my name and the music. Awesome, and just make sure it's playing in order. So go ahead and take a seat. You don't need a cushion or a block. You can really just sit cross-legged, or you could sit on your shins, like so. So take a comfortable seat, sit up nice and tall, and go ahead and close your eyes. You can just allow your hands to fall down on your knees, and I want you to have your palms facing down. The reason I'm doing that, you can feel the energetic difference, so just really quick, flip your palms up. What that is doing is it's a little bit more uplifting, a little bit more energetic and energizing. And so because of what is going on in the world right now, I want you to flip your palms down. What that does, and maybe you can feel it, and if you can't, it's all good, but what that does is just energetically grounds you. It allows you to be a little bit more connected to the earth, to feeling this sense of being really rooted in your own body, your own human experience. And just as you begin in your seat, I just want you to begin to observe the inflow and the outflow of your breath. So just how you're arriving this morning, no need to change it. Just become the observer. And as you're observing your breath, I want you to relax your jaw, soften the area behind your eyes. Just see if you can tap into the sense of feeling calm. We will always start practice with a couple minutes of just finding stillness. And as we close the eyes, what that does is really shut off major distractions outside of yourself. From here, I'd like you to bring one hand to your heart and the other to the belly. And from here, begin to ignite your Ujjayi pranayama. And what that is breathing in and out through your nose. And it's not a breath that kind of sounds like a really fast inhale. Like, see if you can like lengthen the inhale and the exhale. So rather, it's this smooth breath that's coming into your body. And by exhaling out the nose, you're still containing that breath, that vitality inside of your physical body. And this is how we're really going to embrace this theme for today of vitality by breathing in and out through the nose as much as you can. So we start to open these pathways inside of us that may be stuck or stagnant. Take a couple more deep breaths here, just breathing in and out through the nose. From here, I'd like you to just drop your hands down by your sides. You can slowly begin to open your eyes. I have a kitten here, so you'll probably hear her in the background. But just go ahead and start play on that first song. It's called Rena Jones' Deeper. Again, make sure that they are playing in order. I'm going to play mine softly just so I can stay with you guys. And so staying in your seat, we're going to start with some shoulder stretches here. So I want you to stretch your arms out into a T. And I will always mirror you. So from here, wrap your left arm underneath your right and your right arm over the top. You can bring your hands together, back of the hands, or even grab your shoulders here. So this is eagle arms. And then from here, on your next breath in, just bring those hands up towards the sky. So you're really lengthening the front. And then with that length, exhale, start to fold in towards your elbows. So kind of like finding that nice roundness in your upper back. And again, inhale, direct your hands up towards the sky, lengthening. With that length, exhale, round the upper back and coil in. Do that one more time. Inhale, lengthen. With that length, exhale, fold in. Come back up to where you started. And then just unwrap the arms, bring them up. Palms touch at the top. And then we'll go to the other side. So this time, your left arm will be over your right. Palms touch, back of the hands, or hug the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen to the front. So lift up the elbows and the hands. With that length, exhale, fold in. And you can allow your spine to be a part of this movement. So as you inhale, really lengthen through front, back of the body, sides. Exhale, coil in. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, bow. Tuck that chin in towards your chest. And then come out of that, just as you begin, coming up to that neutral spot. Unwind your arms, take a deep breath in, arms wide, palms touch above your head. Exhale, draw the hands into heart center. From here, come off of your seat, and we will meet in all fours in tabletop position. So find your way there, hands right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. We'll take take a couple movements with the spine. So cat-cow. On your inhale, guide your heart forward, sitting bones rise. Exhale, round your spine, draw your chin into your chest. Do this a couple more times. Inhale, cow pose. Relax the shoulders. Exhale, press through the hands to round, chin into chest. Again, inhale, coming through that. Exhale, cat pose, round the back. Inhale, come through cow. And exhale, round. This next time, just come back to a neutral spine. I want you to bring your left hand into the center of your mat. You're gonna shift your feet back to the left, so it's like you're turning to the left. So what you're gonna do is come into like a side plank variation, but with that left knee down. So extend the right leg out. If you need to look at me, please do so. Glue the outer edge of your right foot to the mat and bring that right arm up towards the sky. From here, you're gonna find a side body stretch. Stretch that right arm up and over your right ear, like a big rainbow, and allow your palm to be facing the mat. By pressing down through your bottom hand and your bottom foot, you can start to really extend that side body stretch and send your breath there. Come back onto all fours. And then we're just gonna go to the other side. So this time the right hand is in the center, spin your feet back. Left leg will extend out, glue that left heel down the outer edge of the left foot as the left arm comes up. And then exhale, find that big arch to the side body, left arm comes over, palm facing down. Breathe into your side body, send your breath there. We'll bring both palms down to the mat. And then from here, flip your fingers back around to face your knees. You're gonna take a couple more cat-cow movements with your spine. So on your inhale, come forward with your heart, sitting bones rise. You can also look up if it's okay for your neck. Exhale, round through your spine, chin to chest. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, round the spine. Last one, inhale, cow pose. And then exhale, press through, round the spine, chin into chest. Then come back through a neutral spine. You'll flip your hands back around, bring them forward towards the front edge of your mat. Find a downward facing dog. So tuck your toes, hips up and back. As you arrive here, find a little bit of movement by pedaling one foot out and then the other. Maybe even shift your heels from side to side a little bit and just continue to press down through your palms as you're finding the movement with your legs. Come back to the center. Come high up on your tippy toes. Take a slight bend in your knees. And at the bottom of your exhale, walk towards the front edge of your mat. End up in a forward fold here. On your inhale, lengthen your spine. Slide your hands up your shins, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up, root to rise with a long spine, palms above your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll take a couple rounds of Surya Namaskar A, so saluting to the sun this morning, this flow that really means a lot for devotion, so devoting to your practice. So press down through your feet, guide your arms up nice and wide, palms touch. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back to a high plank and hold. For these first couple rounds, we'll just go slower, and then I will let you hop back if that's in your practice. From your high plank, shift your weight forward. On your exhale, slowly come down to your mat as slow as you can. Reverse push up. One time, low cobra. Press down to the tops of your feet. Slide your hands back, little to no weight in your hands. Exhale, fold down. Tuck your toes here. Hug your arms into your side body and engage your belly, your thighs, and your arms are hugging in. From here, press up through all fours or reverse high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, as you're ready, make your way to the front edge of your mat. You can walk, hop, or float. Inhale, lengthen your spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Press through your feet, come all the way up. Palms touch at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll continue to flow. Press down through the feet, rise up through the arms. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back to a high plank position. On your next breath in, shift your weight forward. Exhale, come halfway down or all the way down. What you're ready for. If you want to come into up dog, then flip to the tops of your feet. On your inhale, you can always come to Cobra pose as well. And then exhale, downward facing dog. As you're ready, slowly make your way to the front edge of your mat. Again, you can tippy toe, you can hop or even jump. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Press through the feet, rise all the way up, palms up overhead. Exhale, hands into heart center. One more time on your own pace. Press through the feet, inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or lightly hop back. Take your Chaturanga Dandasana. You can always come down to the floor to low Cobra pose as well. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Take a couple deep breaths as you arrive in your downward facing dog. All right. Inhale that right leg up and back. Keep it there. Turn your inner thighs on. On your exhale, knee to nose, shift forward. Inhale, lengthen that leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step it through this time. So you're in a lunge. Both hands are on the front, on the sides of your front foot. On your breath in, guide your heart forward to lengthen your spine. And on your exhale, straighten your front leg any amount. Keep that spine long. Inhale, bend back through the knee. Find your lunge. Exhale, straighten the front leg any amount. One more time. Inhale, bend. Exhale, re-straighten. Now rebend the front knee. Bring your left palm down inside of your right foot and find a big twist. Bring that right arm up towards the sky. Take 3 deep breaths here. Spin that right palm down to the mat. Step back. Take your connecting vinyasa through your high plank. Shift your weight forward. You can come halfway or all the way down. Lift your weight out of your wrists as you're coming in if you are in up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, shift forward, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, lengthen back. Exhale, step through into your lunge. Same thing we did on the other side. Guide the heart forward, lengthen your spine. Exhale, straighten the front leg any amount. Keep that spine long. Inhale, bend through your front knee. Exhale, shift back. Last one, inhale, find the lunge. Exhale, find that nice hamstring stretch, shift back. And then bend through your left knee, bring the right palm down inside of your left foot. Inhale, left arm up. Take 3 deep breaths here. Beautiful. Bring that left palm back down to the mat. Step back, high plank, take your connecting vinyasa. You can always just meet me in downward facing dog if you ever want to skip it as well. Move my cat. He wants to get. On your next breath in, bring the right leg up and back. This time you're going to step it up into a high crescent lunge. Squeeze your inner thighs to the midline. Draw your arms up. On your exhale, goal post your arms and circle your arms around. On your inhale, you're sweeping your hands, your arms forward. Your palms can touch. Breath in, rise up. Exhale, goal post and circle. So big circles here. Just move at your own pace. Exhale, circle them back. Inhale, forward, palms touch, and then above your head. Exhale, circle. Do it one more time, and as you lower your hands to your sides, you'll bring your hands down by your front foot. From here, I'd like you to shift your weight. You're going to come to the left into Skandasana. So open up. I'm going to come to the other side so you can see me. So you'll spin to the left. And you'll end up in a wide leg forward fold with your legs. As you arrive here, lengthen through your spine, press down through your fingertips. And then exhale, bend through your left knee and drop your left hip back. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, other side. Inhale, rise. And then exhale again, drop that hip back, bend the knee. Continue with this pulse. We'll do one more time on each side, just alternating back and forth, dropping the hips. Keep the spine long. Inhale from here. You'll spin back around to your front foot. So you guys will be on your right foot into a lunge. Step back, take your connecting vinyasa, or meet me in downward facing dog. Again, you can always skip it. Couple deep breaths as you arrive. Just reintegrate your breath. Awesome. From here, send that left leg up and back. On your exhale, step it through. Crescent lunge on the other side. Rise all the way up. Exhale, goal post the arms. Make those big circles. Sweep your hands forward, palms touch. Inhale, rise the arms. Exhale, goal post. So same thing we did on the other side. Just find those big circles with the arms. Goal post, circle them down. Inhale, hands forward, above your head. Exhale, circle one more time. This time we'll bring the palms down to the mat. And then you're going to start to spin open towards your right, finding that wide leg again, so finding Skandasana. Press through your fingertips. Exhale, bend through the right knee. Drop the hip. This time, if you have any little arm variation, your hands can either be to your hearts and then open up beside you. So if you have any special variations here as you shift and alternate back and forth, you're welcome to find them. One more time on each side, just even it out. As you spin back towards your left foot, come back into your lunge, allow your back foot to follow. Connecting a vinyasa or downward facing dog. Awesome. From here, shift your way forward into a high plank, and then come down on your forearms. We'll move into a little core sequence here, and then we'll take a little rest. So on your forearm plank, your forearms are parallel towards each other. Your heels are stretching back. Hug your belly in towards your spine. It's as if you're sewing the distance between your hip points and your diaphragm here. Start to shift a little bit forward and back. You can use your toes to shift forward and then shift back. You have 10 seconds, 10 deep breaths. Stay with me. Couple more deep breaths. Awesome. Find the center of your mat for 3, for 2, 1. Lower your knees, lower your belly down to the earth. Find a Sphinx Pose. So your forearms are right in front of you, parallel. Okay, so your elbows are meeting where your wrists are and are aligned with your hands. From here, just take a little slight pressure of your feet down into the mat as you lift your heart up. Close down through your eyes and then slowly just look over to the right. Inhale back to center. And exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Lower your chest down on the mat. Bring your arms out into a T. My cat wants to be a part of the whole class today. Peanut, stop it. All right, arms out into a T. Leave your right arm out. You're going to slowly begin to roll on top of your right shoulder. So you shift over to your right hip. So you can look at me again. Your left hip will be up towards the sky. From here, I'd like you to bend your left knee. Place your left foot behind your right leg. From here, bring your left arm, find a bind behind your back. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Relax your head down on the earth. Release any tension in your jaw that you may be holding on to. Slowly roll back into the center. Just give yourself a pause in the center. And then we'll go over to the other side. So the left arm is straight out like a T. Slowly roll over on top of your shoulder, your left hip. Right hip is towards the sky. Bend that right knee. Plant your right foot behind your left leg. Right arm will wrap behind you for a half bind. Relax your head to the earth and just breathe. 3 deep breaths. Slowly come back around onto the belly. And from here, slide your hands right for, I think it's all women on today, so I think I can say this. If any of you men are watching this, kind of right where, for women, it's the bra line. That's where you want your hands to be anytime you're setting up for Cobra Pose. So allow your hands to come right into your side body. Squeeze your arms back and tuck your toes. From here, you're going to press up into all fours. Exhale, Child's Pose, Balasana. Shift your hips back, head down. Okay. Slowly begin to rise back up and meet me in downward facing dog. All right, we'll continue. Bring your right leg up and back. Bend your knee and open your hip. From here, take some big hip circles. If you're in my class, you know I love these. Bend the knee close into your chest and then nice and wide out. Take a couple of these circles. The bigger the circle you make, the more lubrication you're bringing into that hip joint. And then go both directions, so switch. And then lengthen that right leg straight back. Exhale, warrior two. Step that right foot in between your hands and spin the back heel down. I'm just gonna switch so you can see me. Find your warrior two stance. You're taking up a lot of space here. So bend that knee right over that front ankle. Bring your arms out into a T. Find your gaze. Traditional gaze can be over the front middle finger, but you can also look at me. Make the choice of what's better for your neck. Bend a little bit more into that front knee and continue to press out through your heel. Take 3 deep breaths. Find that still gaze. And soften the shoulders. Your next breath in, you're going to press through your feet and straighten that front leg. Bring your back hand to your back leg. And like you're taking a reverse warrior, bring that right arm up and back. So you're really lengthening through the front side body. From here, we're going to find triangle pose. If you need to walk that back foot in a little bit to shorten your stance, please do so. Little micro bend in your front knee as you shift your torso, your front body forward. When you can't go anymore, bring that bottom hand down to your shin bone and then bring the top arm up. So in triangle pose, you can straighten that front leg, but what I want you to think about is instead of pressing your knee joint back and forcing it, straighten your leg from this right hip point. So it's like you're plugging your femur bone back into the hip joint as you spin that left belly towards the sky. For the last couple breaths, bring that left arm up and over the ear, palm facing down. Press through the bottom hand and your feet to really extend the stretch in the top side body. Find your breath. One more breath here. Beautiful. Bring that top hand to your top hip. We're going to find Halfmoon Pose. So bend a little bit through that bottom knee. You'll transition your weight onto your right foot. You can walk that hand if you have a block or even something to raise the floor a little bit up to you. A stack of books helps too. Just lift that back leg up and flex that back foot. So your back leg should be just as active as your standing leg. And then bring that left arm, if it's okay for you, up towards the sky. You can also leave it on your hip. You want to play with balance here. Maybe you bring that bottom hand up towards your heart. 3 deep breaths, wherever you are. And if you fall out, no worries. Just come back in. Just reconnect back to your practice. With control, slowly land back in your warrior two pose. On your inhale, you'll reverse your warrior. Flip that top palm, get long through the front of the body. Exhale, windmill your palms down. Step back, high plank. Make a choice. You can take a connecting Vinyasa, up dog or Cobra pose, or just meet me in downward facing dog. We'll always meet there. Find your breath. Allow yourself to land back into the present moment. From here, draw your left leg up and back. Bend your knee and open your hip. Take those big hip circles like you did on the other side. Draw the knee into the chest and then nice and wide. And just do a couple times on both sides. You can take it nice and slow. Just really feeling into that hip joint. And then lengthen that left leg back. Exhale, warrior two. Step it in between your hands, back foot, spin down. Guide yourself up. Sink into that front knee. Perfect 90-degree angle, so that knee is right above the ankle. Arms out into a T again. Find your still gaze. over that front middle finger or towards knee. Couple of deep breaths. Bend a little bit more into your front knee, but keep pressing into your back heel. And make sure you have a lot of length through your legs. Your arms are activated here, but your shoulders are relaxed. On your next breath in, press through your feet. You'll straighten that front leg and reverse your warrior here, but in triangle variation. Back hand to back leg. Inhale that left arm up and back, palm facing the back, your back foot. And then we'll find Trikonasana, triangle pose. Shorten your stance if you need by walking that back foot in. Get long through your side body as you come forward. You can't go anymore. Bottom hand down, top arm up. And then again, for this variation, bring that right arm up and over the ear like you're making a big rainbow. Palm facing down. Continue to press down through your feet and your bottom hand to really even over exaggerate that stretch through the top of your body. Find your breath, allow it to be fluid. Bring your top hand to your top hip. We'll transition into Halfmoon Pose. So as you're ready, transition your weight onto that front foot, bend in that bottom knee. Bring your other hand, walk it. You want to walk it a little bit towards the front edge of your mat, like the left corner. Allow that back leg to be just as engaged as the standing leg. You can even put your hand on your booty to make sure that it's really engaged and activated. Allow your right arm to come up if that's appropriate for you. You can also leave it on your hip. And then again, if you want to play with balance, if you haven't already, you can bring that left hand even up towards the heart. And if you fall over, no worries. Come back into it. Find a point of stillness as you find your balance. And connect with your breath. With control, land back, warrior two. Bend into the front knee. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, spin the palms down. Make a choice, connecting Vinyasa, downward facing dog. Take a couple of deep breaths in down dog as you arrive. You can always keep that nice little healthy bend in your knees. So as you press through your palms and you're lengthening your spine, you're sending your sitting bones, your hip points up towards the sky to open. And then soften the sides of your neck, relax the jaw. From here, bring your right leg up and back, extend it behind you. Exhale, step it into a lunge. From here, you're going to lower your back knee to the earth. Walk that right foot out towards the edge of your mat, coming into lizard lunge. You can stay up on your hands like so, keeping the spine long. Again, if you have a block or a stack of books, you could find that middle point, lowering your forearms down. Or if it's in your body and appropriate for you, lower your forearms to the earth and be here, keeping the spine long, but you can soften and relax your head. Take a couple of deep breaths here. See if you can lengthen your inhale and find the depth in your exhale. Press through your hands to come all the way back up. Now from here, I want you to walk this right foot in just a little bit. So like you're in a regular lunge position with your legs. Shift the right hip back, straighten your front leg any amount. This is half splits. Really engage that front foot. Your toes are directing towards your face. You keep a little bend in that knee, especially if you're at home. And if you find that you're rounding a lot through the back, you can look at me for a little demo if you want. If you're doing something like this is actually really not great for your back, even though it could feel like you're getting a stretch. You're just compressing here. So instead, bend that knee. If you have blocks, you could do blocks or stacks of books. And think about directing your heart towards your front right shin bone as you flex the right toes back towards your face. Shift that right foot a little bit from side to side. And then from here, walk your hands over to the right side of your right leg. It's on the outside. Up on the fingertips. As you take a deep breath in, press through the fingers, lengthen your spine. You're lifting up your chest. Exhale, fold over the outside of your right leg. Continue to shift that right hip back, left hip forward. Beautiful. Come back through the center. From here, bend into your front knee. Land the palms. Step back into a three-legged down dog. Bend your knee and open your hip. Now you can stay here. If any of you have wild thing, you could take that as well, or flip dog if you know it as that. So it's kind of like you're coming into a side plank. You'll allow that right hip to go over your body and find the floor behind you. As you press into that left hand, you're pressing through your feet to lift the hips to the sky and then bring that right arm up and over your right ear. So you're on the ball of your right foot, the outer edge of your left, if you're in wild thing. Slowly come back over, find your downward facing dog again. Couple deep breaths here. If you'd like to shift forward into your high plank, take your connecting vinyasa you choose. We'll all meet downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up and back. Exhale, step it through into a lunge. Drop your back knee to the earth. Walk that left foot out to the edge of your mat. Setting up for lizard lunge on the other side. Again, you can stay on your hands. Maybe you find the same variation you did last time. You can lower your forearms. Make the choice that you can still breathe. So if you come down somewhere and you feel a pinching in your lungs or even in your breath, essentially, then just rise back up. It's way more important, especially for today's intention, for you to be able to find that fluid breath, that vitality inside of your body. Three deep breaths. Soften your jaw. From here, come all the way up on your hands. If you're not there already, bring that left foot back into like a lunge variation, so just a bit back in. Half split, shift that left hip back as you straighten the front leg any amount. What the most key action here is flexing your left foot. You can actually feel, you leave that left foot limp. It doesn't really do anything for you, so really flex through that left foot and you'll probably feel that nice stretch in that left hamstring glutes. Keep the spine long here. As your spine is long, you can start to bend down a little bit towards your front leg, softening. From here, walk your hands out to the edge or the outside of your left leg. Give your left foot a little sway from side to side. Sorry, I forgot that on this side. Kind of waking up that hip joint and the leg. Everything is connected. Awesome. Then find stillness. Your hands, you're on your fingertips like spider fingers. Find that length in your spine. Lift up your heart. Exhale, fold a little bit, keeping that length. You can drop your head. Come back through the center, bend through your left knee. Land your palms, come into a three-legged downward facing dog. So that left leg's coming up and back. Bend your knee and open your hip. You can stay here, or if you'd like to flip over like we did on the other side, you can take that as well. So allowing that left hip to really open until your left foot meets the floor behind you. You're on the outer edge of your right foot, the ball of your left as you press through bottom feet and hands to lift your hips up towards the sky. The left arm is arching over your left ear, your left cheek. Find your breath. Slowly come back around. Find your downward facing dog. Take 3 deep breaths. From here, slowly make your way to the front edge of your mat. You could walk, hop, or float. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Press through your feet, come all the way up, arms up overhead. Exhale, palms in the heart center. So our peak pose for today is going to be dancer. That is what we have been building up to this morning. So I'm going to start, we'll all do the same side. So start on your right leg. And I want you to bring your right hand out like you're holding a platter. You'll bend your left knee and hug your left foot into your left hand. You want to be grabbing the inside edge of your foot, so the big toe side edge on the left side. Take a nice bend into that right knee. So from here, you'll bring your right arm up by your ear to be hugging in towards your cheek. So your tricep is spinning in. Start to kick through your back foot into your hands into foot. When you cannot kick anymore, then you can start to lower your torso down, but allow your heart to still be opening up towards the front of the mat, towards the sky, essentially. You can find any mudras or arm variations you like. 3 deep breaths. And continue to allow that left hip point to direct down towards the earth, so your hip points are closed. You're going to slowly come back up. Lower your feet down to the mat. Bring your hands to your hips. Circle that right ankle out a couple times in both directions. And then we'll go to the other side. So again, land on your left foot. Left hand is out like a platter. Bend that right knee. Grab the right foot behind you. You're grabbing the big toe side edge. Take a nice bend into that left knee as you bring the left arm up. Tricep is hugging in towards your cheekbone. Start to kick that foot back into your hand. When you can't kick anymore, then start to direct your torso down towards the earth, but your heart is still lifting forward. Right hip point is down. Square your hips to the mat and find your breath. 3 deep breaths. As you're ready, slowly come out of that. Land both feet to the mat, hands to your hips. Start to circle out that left ankle a couple times in both directions. Awesome. Now from here, bring your feet a little bit wider. Keep your hands on your hips. You can take a little bend in your knees. I like this to call this like the sexy dance of trying to get attention at the bar. So I want you to just circle your hips. All right, imagine you're really setting the vibe out there, wherever you are. You're in a bar, you're in a dance club, you're at your house, wherever you are. No judgment. Really circle your hips around so you're opening up the front, the sides. I think my teacher called this like the sexy grandpa dance, like you're taking it really slow, right? And then switch directions. Awesome, come back to the center. And then I just want you to sit all the way down. So you can come to kneel on your shin bones. And then sit back. And then from here, I want you to clasp your hands behind your back. I'm going to do the opposite of you, so I will always mirror you. From here, you're going to bring your fists over to the right hip. As you do that, start to really hug your right elbow back. And then you're going to start to soften your head over towards the right. So towards the side where your fists are on. And if you're anything like me, I always tend to find myself sticking my ribs out. If you're doing that as well, it means you probably have a really natural, like low back, kind of back bend, that arch in your back. See if you can hug your ribs back in. And continue to soften your neck down. Maybe even close your eyes. Bring your head back up to center. And we'll just go to the other side. So bring your fist over to that left hip. Pull your left elbow back. And then again, soften your head down towards the left. Towards the side that your fists are on. Keep that small engagement through your belly. Soften the jaw, the eyes. Come back into the center. You can just unlace your arms. From here, you're just gonna spin, like you're gonna come to spin on your back. So you're gonna take it really nice and slow. And pull the flesh of your butt out of the way, arms out beside you, and as slow as you can, keep your knees bent, your feet flat on the earth, and just lower all the way to your back. So finding that little engagement through your belly. We have a couple more postures and then we'll finish today's class. So with your knees bent and your feet into the earth, we're going to find a supine pigeon or figure 4 pose. So cross your right ankle atop the left knee and flex your foot. So you're opening up that right knee, even down, kind of down towards the earth and opening up that hip. You can stay here if this is enough. If you'd like to go further, then you'll start to hug the knees, that left leg in towards the chest. Bring your arms through that window. You can lace your hands around the back of your thigh or even your shin bone. And then with your head on the earth here, I want you to pull your chin down towards your chest, but leave your head on the floor. Soften your shoulders. Relax your jaw. And see if you can really find that vitality, that depth in your breath. So it's not stuck, but it's fluid, it's dynamic, it's moving through your body. Bring that left foot down to the floor if it's not already. Now we're gonna find a twist here. So what I want you to do is bring your hip bone a little bit to the left. And you're gonna drop your right knee and both knees down towards the right. So your left hip bone is up towards the sky. From here, you can open your arms out into a T or goalpost. I like to bring my right hand on top of my left hip point. And then if it's okay for your neck, you can also look over to the left. Just take a couple of breaths here. See if you can even allow your mind to quiet down, to soften. By simply following, observing the inflow and the outflow of your breath. Slowly draw everything back up to center. Readjust your hips back in the midline. Drop that right foot down to the mat. We'll switch sides. So left ankle will cross the top of the right. Flex through your left foot so you're opening up that hip, that knee. You can stay here or find the same thing you did on the other side. And as you set yourself up, again, draw your chin into your chest, but leave your head on the floor. You're just lengthening the back of your neck, sides of the neck. And then soften here. Two more deep breaths. Bring the right foot down. We'll come into that twist. So bring your hips a little bit to the right, and then drop both of your knees, all of your knees over to the left. Open your arms out into a T. And then if it's okay for your neck again, you can look to the right. Connect back to your breathing. See if while you're here, you can smooth out the breath. Slowly draw everything back up to the center. Readjust your hips back in the midline, both feet to the mat. Take one last little squeeze in. Now you can draw your head up towards your knees like you're giving yourself a big hug. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then we'll find Shavasana from here, corpse pose. So lengthen out, take up plenty of space. I'm gonna stay seated just so you can hear me. But as you lay down onto your back, both legs out towards the edge of your mat, your arms are by your sides, palms up. Get any last movements or wiggles out so you can find stillness for the next couple minutes. Allow your eyes to close. Even keep a little slight space in between your lips so air can move freely in and out, but so that you're relaxing your jaw. Just notice how here in this space and time you are held. You are always supported no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're going through, then from something much bigger than yourself. So just trust that you are held, that you are supported in anything that you want to do in your life, any choice you make, any mistake you make. Landing in that seat of self-compassion, self-love, kindness. So then we can go out into the world and give that to others from a place of an overflowing cup. Right? Not even just a full cup, but something that is overflowing. Allow yourself to land here, to be here for the next minute in silence, fully receiving the benefits of your practice. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you may need. For those of you who are ready, begin to find some movement through your body. Slowly guiding yourself back into the physical realm. Moving fingers, toes. Moving your head from side to side. When you're ready, hug your knees in towards your chest. You rock from side to side, massage for your low back. And then allow yourself to roll over to your right side into a fetal position and take a pause. Allowing your mind and your heart to soften towards the ground, towards the earth. As you're ready, with your eyes closed or softness through your eyelids, slowly press up to a comfortable seat. Guide your hands into your heart center, into a prayer. It's called Undulating Mudra. And this mudra is ultimately a symbol of offering. I offer you gratitude for showing up this morning, showing up for you, being in this group with everyone else. And even though we are physically distancing, it feels really good to be able to connect with people, even if it's virtually. Showing up together, being able to hold space together, so ultimately we can leave our mat and go out and be kinder, more compassionate humans. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. Thank you. From my heart to yours. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Love you guys. I'm going to stop the recording.